with y'all? Thank you for tapping in with me again today. And if you're new to the channel, my name is Cleveland. So welcome to the Fish Corner. If you're new to the channel, this is one of our 2 fish rooms. Again, like I said, my name is Cleveland. It's the Fish Corner. So before we even get started, I want to tell you a couple things. One, you are going to want to hit that subscribe button. Why? Because we do a lot of different content over here. And if you like videos such as fish room tours, aquarium tours, feeding videos, DIY projects, koi ponds, filtration projects, if you like any of those things, then you're going to want to hit that subscribe button. Next thing you want to do is hit that notification bell. That's just going to let you know every time I drop a video. So that way you stay updated. You'll be one of the first ones to be able to watch these new videos. Then, guaranteed, just hit the like button right now. Because I'm telling you, you're going to enjoy this video. So now, everybody, now that we got all of that out the way, we are doing a fish room tour. It has been a minute. It has been a minute since I'm showing you every aquarium and pond in this fish room. Yes, I said aquariums and ponds in the fish room, y'all. Behind me, you see a big aquarium. This is a 240-gallon aquarium right here. On the side of me, you see a 225-gallon. Yes, this is a 225-gallon saltwater aquarium right here. Over to the right of me, which is your left, we have an 800-gallon indoor pond right there. Yes, we have a ton of different things going on in this fish room. And then behind you, we have the project starting of our massive 1,300-gallon plywood aquarium for our saltwater guys right here. So yes, like I said, guaranteed you're going to enjoy this video. Guaranteed you're going to want to hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and hit that like button. So without any further ado, what do we need to do? Get into this damn video, y'all. Let's do it. So let's start off over here with what I want to start off with. I know y'all been wondering, hey, what's going on with the plywood build? Well, here we are. We are at the stand portion of the plywood build, y'all. If y'all haven't seen this, this is going to be a 13-foot by 4-foot by 4-foot aquarium. Yes, it's going to be massive. And as you can see, the foundation will be 4 pieces of plywood thick. We want to make sure that it's on a very solid base, y'all. Very solid base. So we're going to move all of these guys. And who do we have over here? We have our little horn shark right here. That is one of our newest additions to the channel. Look at him, y'all. Some people ask about him, wondering how he's doing. He's doing absolutely great. And yeah, don't mind the dirty glass. I didn't clean any aquariums to do this video. Y'all seeing them as is. And that's just how it's going to be sometimes. Then over here, we have a Cortez stingray. This is Lisa Ray. We've had her for over a year. She's such a pleasure to keep. She likes doing flips, all of that good stuff. Right here in the front, we have our Panther grouper. Down below, we have our saddleback grouper. Right here up top, we have our lionfish. We have a blue line grouper right here. Look at him, beautiful. And then right here, we have Tess. This is our Tesselata eel. So these guys are in this 225-gallon aquarium, and they do need space for the long term. So we are going to make sure we provide them with that. A nice 13-foot aquarium that's 4 foot by 4 foot is going to be plenty of space for these fish. Now let's take a look at how she just went in the sand. That's how she buries herself in the sand. So the filtration is 2 of these trash can sumps, which will still be a filtration for this extra large massive aquarium. That's why I went that big with them. I planned ahead. I knew that's what I was going to do eventually. So that's what I did. Look at you. Look at the horn shark. He's hungry, ready to eat. Also down below, we have a skimmer inside of this sump. So that's another form of filtration. We have actually 2 skimmers. So we're probably going to use both of those. Now we have right here in this 29-gallon, we have our Fahaka puffer. He's a picky little guy. We got to make sure we get him fed today, looking all skinny and stuff. But As you can see, he's a happy little puffer. Look at him. Like, what's up? Where the food at? 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 That's what I hear him saying. All right. Now, before we get up to the 240, I want you to take a look at some of the things that's going on down below. So right here is a 40-gallon, beautifully scaped aquarium, plants, driftwood, rock, very, very natural. Now, we can't see anybody in here, but we have in here our wolfish. Now, where is our wolfish? He is right there staring at me. There he go right there. You see that beat up nose? He likes to jump. Smash his nose on the lid. Yeah, y'all. OGs, he's back to jumping. I think he has to get comfortable and used to this aquarium. For some reason, he started acting funny once we moved him into here. Wasn't trying to eat the worms, and then started jumping again. Mind you, when we had him with the tank mates, he stopped jumping. But he also was being very reclusive. And then when we had him in the 20-gallon, he was so personable, coming to the front, eating worms all day, stopped jumping once he realized I was feeding him. So, he'll basically get comfortable and we'll get back to a normalcy. And I can't wait for that. Sponge filter in this aquarium. Over here we have a 60-gallon long. I like the dimensions of these 60-gallon longs. They're kind of short, but the fact that they're wider than the other 60 gallons and they're also longer, I really like that. So we have in here our African tigerfish. We have in here an albino bicher. We have right here our Delhazy bicher. And who else we got in here? We have a wood catfish in here. Can't find him, but he's in here. So I did move out the African knifefish, y'all. The OGs will know we had an African knifefish in here. We moved him out because he was being nippy at nighttime. I thought it was the wolfish, but it was actually the African tigerfish. It was actually the African knifefish. So moved him out. Got him on up out of there. But this tank is beautiful. I love the plants. I love how natural it looks. It's 2 sponge filters filtering this aquarium. Big air stone over there. So this is what I want to have most of my aquariums look like, y'all. I want my aquariums, I got to get back. That's why I basically cut back and downsize. I need to get my aquariums back to looking like this. Plants, very natural, very beautiful. Looking like things were intentional. I kind of just threw the rocks in there and then threw a fish in there. So less tanks like this, more tanks like this, and then we'll be good to go. Now up top we have the 240, y'all. This is a 240-gallon aquarium, 8 foot by 2 foot by 2 foot. If y'all want to know, this aquarium is made by Elite Aquarium, or Elite Aquariums, and so is this 225. My local fish store had them, so that's where I bought them from. Didn't order them, anything like that. They actually used to keep them. And if you're local to the area, Exotic Aquarium is the fish store that used to have them. As a matter of fact, Exotic Aquarium is back open, y'all. They was closed for 2 years, but they're back. So let's take a look at the stocking. Again, another tank that I need to deal with and I need to manage because I threw all these rocks in here just any kind of way. And then I ended up putting the fish in here because it was empty aside from our Mississippi Map turtle mister right here. So in here we have our red tiger motorwinds. This is a female. The females are far more beautiful than the males. You see all the reds popping, the oranges popping. The males aren't really like that. They don't really get colored up like that. Beautiful fish. Over here in the corner we have a, pardon the glare. We have a, let me see if I can fix that. Somewhat. We have a Madagascar cichlid, also known as a starry night. Just photobombed, we have a gold gourami. This is not the pink gourami. This is a gold giant gourami. Back here we have a jaguar cichlid, also known as the Maniguins. This giant Rami is photobombing like a mug. Then we have the gold Jack Dempsey down below, followed by the red Doveye, and then in the back another red Doveye. And look at this jerk right here. Just keep on getting in on the action. You want the camera focused on you? You want the camera focused on you? Huh? Now you don't want it focused on you. So weird. Just want all the attention. But yeah, look at, oh wow. You also, that's because you're hungry. Yeah, so we've been thinking about getting rid of Mr. We've really been thinking about getting rid of Mr. I have an above the tank basking tank for him, but I'm just getting tired of having turtles in my fish tanks. I mean, sometimes it looks nice and all of that, but you know, I could do so much more without this tank being right here. You know, it's a lot of work to remove the tank, do work over here, get back in there and put the tank back when I'm done. And it's just a lot of work. It's just a lot of work. On top of the fact, it's got the little, you know, spot right here that barely gets any circulation because of the ramp. So, you know, it's pros and cons with that. Pros and cons with that. And I've been wanting to get Mr. outside for quite a long time. I would love to put him in the 300-gallon stock tank with Miami. But Miami's a questionable tank mate. You know, we know what she did to Clyde. I know what she did to the other male red ear slider. So it might not be the best thing to do. We'll see. Moving on over here, we have one of our channel mascots right here. This is Drax. He is our Flowerhorn. Now, y'all know, the OGs know, we've had Drax for quite a while. We absolutely love Drax. We were trying to figure out the best way of keeping Drax. He's been in all type of tanks, had tank mates, been in the 220, been in the 40, been in the 75, been in the 225, been in the 800-gallon. But Drax loves to be by himself. He does best by himself, and he does best with a tank without any decor. Why? Because he loves to go around the decor and scratch himself. So, you know, he's no longer scratching himself. He's not hurting himself or anything like that. So this is the way that Drax has to live. And as you can see, he actually loves it. So, yeah, great way of keeping a Flowerhorn. Up top, we have our discus aquarium. Now, we have a couple of discus hiding, but for the most part, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, probably got 8 discus in here, 2 hiding, you know, 6 on display. And as you can see, a little aggression or whatever. But yeah, this is our 150-gallon discus tank. This one needs some help, needs some plants, needs some other dither fish, and things like that. But it's a project, as you can see. Got some pellets down there. I fed them. They are being filtered by this above the tank sump right here. The thing I like about that is that I have it plumbed into the drain line right there. So if I close that valve right there and open up that valve over there, then the water drains into the sink. Now I can't do that with this tank down below because I don't have an above the tank sump in there or a pump in that tank. So I've been trying to figure out a way to make all the aquariums that's left, that's on the bottom, able to drain into the same drain line. So it'll be easier to do water changes. And as you can see, we have 2 pools right here. We have 13-foot inside diameter, 13-foot by 6-foot by 33-inch pond that I was going to use. But the outside diameters are 15-foot by 9-foot 1 inches, and that's just way too big for this fish room. Then we also have, well, that's actually this one. Sorry about that. And then this one right here is actually a 10-foot by 3-foot pond. So round pond. I was going to use that as a holding pond while I set up this big one right here, but These will probably go outside in the backyard. Over here, we have a 225-gallon African cichlid tank. Now, I'm going to show you all the side view again. The glass is a bit dirty because I just started recording. And I didn't wipe down everything. But anyway, some of y'all OGs will remember some of these fish. Maybe I think the side view is better. So we have some black widow frontosa in here. We got the large regular frontosa back there. We have one of my favorite fish, which is my eye biter. Where you at? Where you at? Right there, turning blue on us. We also have in here a Malawi barracuda. You know, we got some nice fish in here. The aggression is still obviously high. I feed them as much as I possibly can. We also have in here a couple of yo-yo loaches that help maintain the bottom, keep this substrate real clean. Yeah, the tank is really looking good. So this thing is being filtered by FX4 as well as the above the tank sump. And again, same thing, got it plumbed in so it can drain to the drain line. And look at that blue on that eye biter. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, so then we're not going to save this one for last. We can get onto it right now. We got the large 800-gallon plywood with the kiddie pool. Tons of plants, almost like a little jungle in here. You look at all the plants that's just growing massively. And I did just cut some of those leaves off of the elephant here in the middle because of spider mites. You know, the spider mites come and they just disease the leaf, kind of like with that, disease the leaf. And then so, you know, I definitely don't like to leave those leaves and let it spread. So cut them, throw them away. Now in this pond, we have in here tiger shelfnose catfish. We got a buddy car fry right there. We got like 4 Midas cichlids. We got an African pike right there. We got a big, large, 30-inch silver arowana cobie. There's another beautiful Midas cichlid right down there. Followed by the clown knife, 16-inch clown knife. Don't jump, Kobe. You look like you want to jump. Yeah, he's a jumper, y'all. That's why he got the name Kobe. We also have in here a red Atabapo pike. We actually got 2. We got in here giant red-tailed gourami. We have in here, gotta beware of Kobe. You want to put a sign, beware of Kobe. And there's the other red Atabapo pike that you can't really tell because he's kind of down there in the water, but that's him. We also have in here a female feste. I don't know where she's at. Who else we got in here, y'all? Who else we got in here? Another buddy call fry somewhere in here. And I think that's it. We had some other fish in here, but this is a very aggressive pond, so, you know, sometimes somebody get taken out. But anyway, that's this joint right here. We are eventually going to build a plywood aquarium in its place. Correction, plywood pond. I'm not going to have any side viewing panels. And if I do, it will be just one viewing panel right here where all this wood is. It'll just be one, not on the side, but it'll be right here. That way you can see the whole length of it. And that's a probability. That's not an absolute thing. Because like I tell people, Kobe don't have any drop eye. And the reason why is because he's not looking from the side. He's not looking down. He's always looking up for the food that I feed him. And he doesn't have any drop eye. So I like to keep it that way. I know y'all probably was like, we need to look at them from the side, those beautiful fish, blah, blah, blah. So like I said, I might do it. It won't break the bank to put a panel right here. And this is 10 foot by 7 foot, and it's by 3.5 feet high. So I'll probably come out maybe another 2 foot, maybe go 12 foot by the 7 foot. And then I'm thinking I'll probably just, the height of it is fine, but I'm thinking that I might go 4 foot, which is the height of this stand right here. So I'll give it a little bit more height so they can have a little bit more water. I would like to have the water at least 3.5 feet high, and then a 6-inch break, or a 6-inch gap from the top. So that's probably what I'll do with that. But again, that's coming much, much later. This is the first thing that's going to happen, which is this beast right here. And then immediately, hopefully immediately, depends on what this is looking like, right? Then after that, then we'll start working on that. And then after that, I want to do something over here. You know, I got about 6 foot right here, and I'm thinking that's like another 2 foot. So if I want to go 8 foot right here in this space, I could do an 8 foot aquarium, bring it out about, this is about 3 foot right here, bring it out about 3 foot to that line right there. And then I could go up, you know, this tank is already 30 inches. You know, I could go up 3 foot and have a nice, another big aquarium right here for some more freshwater guys. You know, we got, you know, this tigerfish is going to need a lot of space. So, you know, maybe I'll save that beautiful aquarium for our tigerfish. So that means I don't have to rush to do it. And then I could upgrade the tigerfish to that space right there. So he'll have a dedicated, you know, massive aquarium for him. Everybody else, all the big guys that's going to grow out, I'm going to have to put those guys in here. We already got a place that I'm going to move these 2 aquariums. So it's a lot of musical tanks, you know, coming in the future. That's why I said make sure you subscribe, make sure that notification bell hit, because we get active over here. If you're new to the channel, look at what I've done already. Like I said, I've built all of these stands. I built my filtration, multiple types of filtration above the tank sumps with drain lines that go, that drains into the sink, making the water changes easier. Plywood aquariums right here. We got trash can sumps, you know, the DIY above the tank, basking areas for your turtles. You know, we got other types of sumps over here. That's a saltwater aquarium back there that we're going to take a look at. You know, I get active over here. You know, I actually built out this whole room myself, and it was looking like crap when I moved in. You know, take a little slower look at the intro, because that's what the intro is. It's showing you the progression of the way this room looked when I first moved in to the point of when I first set up that 800-gallon pond. So down below right here, we have a bunch of hybrids. So Mo, if you're watching, still got the hybrids for you. The shipping, y'all, is ridiculous. I don't think anybody is going to want to pay that shipping. Shipping is, you know, upwards to $350. So, you know, kind of like not really worth it, you know, especially if you want a bunch. But maybe one probably be cheaper. I could check that out, but it's probably going to still be like $100. So not saying that it's worth it, but we got a bunch of Dovi Feste hybrids right here. We got a bunch of Dovi Feste hybrids. And then sticking out like a sore thumb, we have this beautiful red Texas. I need to find a home for this guy, not selling her, or selling him, sorry, not selling him. But he's so aggressive that he can't really be with a lot of different fish. You know, he just has an attitude on him. So this is a 60-gallon tall right here. Like I said, it's a very narrow aquarium, probably like 18 inches. Might even be less than that. Probably like 12 inches, 13 inches, something like that. It's narrow. The other tape measure I do, I'm not going to measure it right now. But yeah, so it's very narrow. Same width as the 55, just a little bit taller. So up top we have a 55-gallon, y'all. So this is a 55-gallon. And then here we have 2 Oscars, 2 Tiger Oscars. And then we have a Zebrina pike in here. Now, I really like the way this thing escaped. I like how crystal clear this thing looks when the tank is clean. The only problem I have is the fact that it's right next to this garage door opening. So it gets a ton of algae on the glass all the time. And that right there, y'all, is the Zebrina pike. Acting all shy. Now, they only acting shy because I pulled out the camera on their ass. They typically be swimming around looking all hungry, but they don't want to come out because I got the camera. They like, what is that? So yeah, got that little guy from Predatory Fins. All right, back here we have Stony. This is our female toadfish, stonefish, freshwater lionfish, truly a brackish water lionfish, truly a brackish water fish, but the real name is bull root. B-U-L-L-O-U-T. Bull root. So, if you want to look one up, they're venomous, they're brackish water, all the way up to marine, and they're a pleasure to keep. This is a wet pet. She's in there by herself. Over here we have a 20-gallon freshwater aquarium, and we have in here a couple of electric blue Jack Dempseys. Now, they've been acting funny ever since I moved them into this aquarium, but eventually they'll definitely have to get their act together so they could eat. But very simply escaped. Very simply escaped, you know. Couple rocks, got the cool skull, you know. I like the skulls, and that's a really nice looking one. So, you know, that's this tank. Over here, we have our peacock mantis shrimp, y'all. If y'all don't know what a peacock mantis shrimp is, here it is. Looks like a water bug. Yeah, you're going to come out. There you go. Take a little walk for us. Absolutely beautiful. Now, these things carry a punch. They're a bit of a fighter. They can punch the glass of smaller aquariums, thinner glass, and break it. They are said to have the punching power of a .22 caliber bullet. So, I don't know if that's true, but I would not test it out for myself. Not on my finger. All right. Now over here we have our reef tank. Someone was asking about how's the reef tank doing. Well, here it is, y'all. Here it is. So we've been having an issue. It's been a heat wave, and this fish room, gets extremely hot. And then we also have in here a Lone Star Nemo. So finally have a fish inside of this aquarium. And the reason why he's in here is because he was getting picked on in the 75-gallon. So move him in here, and maybe we'll get him a girlfriend, or I don't know if this is a female. Nonetheless, we could possibly get another one around the same size, see how it go, or you know, might just remain the Lone Star. Might even be a name, Lone Star. Anyway, so as far as the corals, let me get the light on. As far as the corals. So back to the heat. The heat is detrimental to the health of corals. So, you know, this aquarium right here last year took out $700 worth of fish. I had two 20 gallons back to back right here. This one and the one where the Jack Dempseys are. Then I had a $300 Queen Angel in one. I had another Emperor Angel in the other. And then I had a Koran Angel. And they all just perished because of the heat. So I always knew that the smaller aquariums is not good for saltwater. That's the reason why I abandoned it since last year. Now I brought it back because I wanted to show y'all the corals, and I kept on being requested Hey, what's up with the corals? What's up with the corals? So I brought it back, and you know, some of these corals have taken a hit. This one right here, taking a hit. You know, once they get bleached like that, it's pretty much over. We got the one right here, taking a hit. We have my zoas right here that hasn't opened up. Hopefully they open up. We got some other ones right there, not opening up. We got some other ones right here. You know, our hammer coral. Like, man, you starting to multiply. We need you to come back. So I've been icing water bottles, and I will use those. It's going to be 103 today. So this room is going to get insanely hot immediately. You know, the corals was doing so good. Like, look at all that growth on the bottom of that one. You know, that one was spreading. That one was spreading. That zoa, that green star polyp has been spreading. The star polyp right there just went onto a whole nother rock. You know, the clove polyp has really just reproduced and just traveled to a whole other rock. So, you know, they've been doing good, and we want to keep that going. So, you know, we're going to keep the temperature down as best as we can. I did order an AC unit. Unfortunately, the one that I had bought recently didn't cool the room, and it was supposed to. So a split system would be the best thing for this room. But that requires adding a sub panel. That requires a lot more money. That requires a lot more time. And time is not on my side right now. So I bought one smaller unit, kind of like the one that's inside of the other fish room. And basically, that one is more of a directional. It's like a front view type of cooling. So I could use it over here, cool down this area, spin it around, cool down the 225, because if y'all don't know, horn sharks, the temperature cannot go over 81 degrees. So I cannot afford to have any heating in that 225. Not this year, not this time. But then lastly, y'all, thank you for staying tuned. If you're still here, I appreciate you for sticking it through. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, hit that subscribe button now. Hit that notification bell and hit that like button, y'all. So this is our last tank, saltwater, 125 gallon aquarium. Trash can sump right here. Above the tank sumps right there. And in this aquarium, we have our striped pufferfish. Look at you. Look at you. Then over here, we have our stars and striped dogface puffer, Hollywood. We have in here 3 eels. We have in here our yellow edge eel. We have in here 2 snowflake eels, 1 small and 1 big. Now, I know the OG's like, what happened to the other puffer? We actually just lost him yesterday. We just lost our Mappa puffer yesterday. So, don't know why. Have absolutely no idea. But it happens. Part of the hobby. Sucks. All we can do is just, you know, pivot and keep pushing. So that's what I'm doing. Keep working, keep grinding, not stopping. All right, so that right there is the fish room. Some of the things that's pretty cool that I want to point out. The water manifold. This is how I put water into the aquariums right here. Got a 4-way right here. Cut the water on, open up this valve, and then I basically could just open up any one of these valves right here and fill up any of the freshwater aquariums. This manifold right here is for this RODI filter system, and that's how I add RODI water to my saltwater aquariums. And then here's the main drain that allowed me to drain water from the 800 gallon, the 150 gallon, the 225 gallon, the saltwater 225 gallon. So yeah, that was a game changer. I just got to get that on the rest of the aquariums, and life will be that much easier. This drain line right here is for the dehumidifier that we use, and this space right here is going to be for the new AC unit. I had another one there, a big one, massive one, and it didn't work. So still got the space allocated to it, And then that's what I'm going to do. And then this is important so you can know the humidity. It's a little stat, accurate, let you know the temperature, let you know the humidity in the room, and you always want to keep that at okay. So yeah, and then also sometimes, it's necessary to have a refrigerator in your fish room, keep the fish foods in there, make them last longer, things like that. So those are the things that's important. Like I said, if you're in an area where it gets really hot, an AC is important. If you're in an area where it gets so really cool, then the heater is important. So just make sure that you have, and I gotta clean these floors right here. Look at all this salt on the floor. That's from flooding the sump. Really, that's from flooding the sump, y'all. From flooding that sump right there. So yeah. So that's all I have for you. Hope that you enjoyed this video. Hope that you learned something. Hope that you're inspired by something. If you're new to the channel, there's a couple of things that I mentioned for you to do in the beginning of the video. I'm going to tell you again. Hit the subscribe button. Hit that notification bell. Let you know every time I upload. And as you can see, we got a lot of projects coming along. We got a lot going on in this room. We got another fish room with some birds, with big Florida soft-shell turtle. It's a lot going on. We got koi pond outside. It's a lot going on here, y'all. And you don't want to miss out on anything. So make sure that you're staying tuned in. Make sure that you're able to be one of the first people to watch the video. And also, I don't say this enough. If there's anybody that would like to support the channel, you could join, hit that membership join button, become a member. It helps us do everything that we do over here. And as you can see, we do a lot. We're not able to do everything that we want to do right away, but we do what we can when we can. And I try to make sure that when I show y'all, we're doing it on a budget. Other than that, everybody, if you like the video, what do? Like the damn video. Peace.